So, a lot of you want to start doing calisthenics, right? Which is probably why I clicked on this video. By starting to do calisthenics, you are starting to train for full body control, mobility, balance, crazy ass strength, and of course, a very big bicep. But how do you do it? How do you get to the level that you are right now to being an absolute master at calisthenics? Now, just saying this right now, no matter what your background is, whether you're fat, skinny, or have done lifting in the past, it is still possible to get to an elite level as long as you have a sheer fucking will and consistency, which are very hard to achieve for everyone who has a working heartbeat. So, with all that out of the way, let's get out with the starting. So, first things to start off with, the main thing that beginners should be working on is basics. So, stuff like push-ups, dips, pull-ups, rows, some overhead pressing, and of course squats if you want a functioning body. Now, just because you are set to do basics as a beginner, that doesn't mean you can skip basics when you work up to your intermediate to elite phases of training. Basics are really important. They build up your overall strength and endurance and mobility in a very simple way, and they also give you the most optimal results. Skipping them would be like skipping brushing your teeth and getting those crumbly British-like teeth as a result. But along with strength, we also need to work on mobility so that we can unlock new ranges of motion and be able to prevent injuries in the process. If you are training for a long time without acknowledging your mobility, you will become more tighter and tighter and tighter to the point where you might experience pains and or weaknesses in certain parts of the movements that you're doing. Along with range of motion, it also prevents recovery, which is crucial to make progress in fitness so that you can put 110% of effort into your workouts. Because having a greater range of motion in your workouts can open up opportunities for more movements and just basically unlock new motions of the body. So let's look at this scenario and study made up completely by me. If let's say you have an accident where you're ragdolling like 50 flight of stairs, you would have less injuries if you were to train on your mobility than if you were to not train on your mobility. So focus on opening up your shoulders, wrists, elbows, spine, chest, back, and your legs so that you can have complete openness of the body. These new ranges can also give you more opportunities on skills, like having better shoulder mobility overhead will give you a better handstand and handstand flag, as well as human flag. And having better shoulder mobility with your hands behind you will give you a better back lever, Hephaesto, better dips, and also a better V-sit / manda, whatever you're working on. And having better wrists basically help you in every single calisthenics exercise there is, because believe it or not, when you're doing a calisthenics exercise like a upper body one, you're always using your hands. Your hands are like fucking, going all over the place and shit. Of course they're gonna get hurt sometime if you don't train for the mobility for them. And having better spine mobility will just basically give you a better overall mobile back for flexion and extension. For flexion, it will be kind of like forward folds, skills like press to handstands and V-sits. And for extension, it can be pretty good for the Mexican handstand. Now, at the end of this video, I'll give you a routine to follow along as a beginner or any other level, but it is still very important for me to say more about calisthenics before we actually move on to that. So make sure to watch the whole video through, and of course remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video with your friends and family, for the fuck's sake, man. Because not only will my channel will be supported, but also you get 50+% strength into all of your workouts, because I'm the best motivational speaker in the world right now. So now let's talk about weak points, which is really something that should be focused on once you've trained for a long period of time as you get more advanced. But addressing weak points early on will help you sustain a more injury-free journey. But what do I mean by weak points? Well, that can be issues in your mobility in a specific place, a tightness or pain in a specific muscle or muscle group, or joint pain in a place where specific muscle groups are imbalanced. Now, this issue can get very complicated because everybody is different and unique in some sort of way, and it sometimes gets hard on what we want to work on and what issue we really have. Okay, so when it comes to training early on, don't go into the advanced ones yet, like the planches, front levers, one-arm handstands, and all of that, because you would still need time to develop your muscles and joints first for those already advanced skills. But don't lose hope yet, because there are some also pretty cool skills that are pretty easy to learn and don't require too much basics. So I'll list them out right now. So skills like the elbow lever, L-sit, handstand, and muscle up are skills that can be learned as a beginner. If you want more info on those movements, I made videos for all of those skills in the past, which you can check out if you want more details on them. But just know that trained calisthenics can already get you to those skills. So stuff like pull-ups and dips will get you prepared for the muscle up, pike push-ups, and overhead pressing mobility, and wrist mobility and all that will get you prepared for the handstand. Also, working on general pushing strength will already get you prepared for the elbow lever and the L-sit if you also combine pike compressions with hamstring flexibility. Now that you know all the basics on how to train for calisthenics, I have a workout for you that is specifically made for people starting it. You can also access it in the Google Doc in the link below for the whole workout. And let me know in my Instagram DMs or the comment section below on how your transformation is doing, because I would love to know that. So let's get down on the floor, onto the pull-up bars, onto the dip bars and shit, and let's get to work and let's get started with the workout. The concrete is way too hot, so I gotta use this shit right here.
'cause you'll see they'll be calling me, calling